Hey, this is Ransom1690 back here with another video. And, I get to be home alone for a little while, which is always preferable to being around my family. Because, as y'all know, really, y'all already know about them, so I ain't gonna talk about it again. But really, I just don't like to be around people in general. People stress me out. And I really don't like it. Just people got a lot of quirks that uh, really don't want to deal with. So I'm here home alone. My camera just went blurred. Let's see if I can kind of. There we go. It always seemed to do that in the dark. Let me get somewhere in the light. But yeah, so my mom just took my stepdad to the doctor because he was having back pains and leg pains. And I noticed that like on Sunday where like he was limping real bad and he was wearing a leg brace. And that's one of the fears or the stressful things being here is because my stepdad is the only one working. And, I'm currently trying to get a job. I'm really thinking about, you know, saying the hell with it with this whole workforce shit because they ain't really doing nothing for me. They've just been on bullshit. And I'm thinking about going on and trying to get my HVAC, That's what I'm really thinking about doing is just going on and rolling in a trade and try to get my HVAC. And I really need to fucking find a way to learn how to drive and to afford a car. A car is real important in this day and age. Of course, my worthless ass mom ain't helping me, but yeah, I can go on and on about that. But really, I want to talk about my stepdad and his leg and back pain because I think it's just crazy that, he told me yesterday that he still had to go to work, that he had an excuse, or not an excuse, but like a notice. I guess it's kind of like an excuse notice that only lasted 2 days. And then he had to be back at work the following fucking day. So, which was yesterday. And now, today, he's at the fucking hospital. So that's fucking crazy. Like, that you can be facing physical pain in your body and you're still expected to fucking work. Like, what the fuck? Like, this dude was limping. He was fucking limping. And he still has to go to fucking work. Like, he ain't getting no compensation for that. And he works in a warehouse where he's doing a lot of heavy lifting and shit. So more than likely he got the injury from fucking work. And he still has to fucking work like that. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, make that make sense. And another reason I'm bringing this up is because I watched a video from T-Sizzle the other night where he was talking about like these celebrities or just these people, they making a shit ton more money doing bullshit like kicking a fucking ball up a field or like, getting on camera, making a TikTok video and blowing up overnight. While people who's out here doing essential jobs like my stepdad ain't making shit. They putting their fucking bodies through hell and high water to make sure that these stores is staying stocked for the basic needs of the common people. because he works in a Staples warehouse, and they sell a lot of copy and print shit there, and people be needing they paper, they need they ink to make printouts of important documents that they need. So I think that's really essential. That's very essential to this society. But these are the type of people who usually getting paid like shit. They getting talked to shit like the bar. I'm not. I be saying shit wrong sometimes. But anyway, they be getting talked to crazy by the boss. There we go. And just they get treated like shit. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I don't know anymore, but this made me think. Like, this really made me think when I watched that video last night. So it's like, okay, people who ain't even doing stuff essential to the society, they keep making more money than people like my stepdad, who putting his body through a lot of painting just to still barely be able to fucking afford to fix the house that we live in. And this house has a whole lot of fucking problems, and we can't even afford to fix this shit. And so that right there, that just proves that this life isn't anything that's necessary. That right there proves that existence in and of itself is not a necessity, because this shows you exactly what's valued more in our society, and it isn't the fucking people who's actually doing shit to keep it up and afloat, but it's bullshit. And not to, I'm trying, I mean, if it comes off that I'm slamming on like entertainment and all that shit, I don't mean to, because, I like me some good entertainment too and shit. But it's like it's like what T Sizzle said last night. It's a huge gap in just how people are getting paid. Like, how the fuck are you able to just kick a ball up a fucking field, and you making millions and shit, but you working in a fucking warehouse, you doing heavy lifting, you pushing shit around, getting stuff ready to be stocked for the stores that people go to and shop, and you ain't making shit. And you getting treated too bad by the boss. And I know this because of all the horror stories that both my mom and my stepdad would tell me coming home, about how crooked the boss was, about how people just shitty the co-workers were. You dealing with all of that, and you still can't even make enough to get by. And my mom told me a lot of times that the only reason why we're in this house is because of my younger brother's disability. If it wasn't for him, like, we wouldn't even be in this house. It's real stupid. Like, we're doing all this other extra work just to fucking still not be able to afford any kind of decent quality of living. And see, with my stepdad being at the fucking doctor, who knows how longer he's gonna be able to work, because again, he's doing all that heavy lifting and shit. And the fucking job, like, they don't even want to allow him any kind of adequate time to rest and shit. Like, you put your body through hell and high water for a bitchy ass company just for them to not even allow you to take care of yourself. And I made this comment on a antinatalist video before that's why this whole working shit is disgusting, because you're expected to work fucking every single day of your entire life, and you don't even get the fucking time to properly take care of yourself. I know around my area, it's so much fucking fat people around here, and they're all wearing like these yellow fucking workers jacket. And I'm like, God damn, man. And it just dawned on me, like, work is so much of a priority that we can't even fucking take care of ourselves. We can't take care of our physical health right. We can't fucking even take care of our mental health. No, it's all gotta be at work. And that's why I find the line that my workforce counselor made disgusting as hell when she asked me, are you willing to prioritize work over going to the rec, which is where I go to fucking work out and shit, and your art and all of that shit. Like, it was real fucking disgusting, because she was literally asking me if I was willing to sacrifice myself for this bitchy ass company. And that seems to be a running theme around here. Like, there was a job fair that I went to last week, and it was being held at a fucking church of all places. And it's like, these people was in there talking about some, hey, yeah, praise the Lord for this opportunity. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Because what the fuck they proceeded to start talking about is like, this is a grand opportunity that the Lord has given us, that you can bring value to a company. Value to a company? What the fuck? Like, how about bring value to yourselves? Why the fuck am I here to bring value to a goddamn company? I'm not here for the company. I'm here for myself, so I can fucking get a job, make money, and be an independent adult. But their whole highlight of the fucking service, because that's basically what it was, is you being beneficial to a fucking company, is you bringing value to a company. That's what they said. And I'm like, so they're really just encouraging us to be slaves. And it's bullshit. And then a lot of these jobs, they I always gotta avoid getting off topic, because it's so much shit that you can get into it with this. But like, these jobs, again, I'm gonna say it again, they don't fucking care about none of us. They don't care about you. So it's like, we're supposed to fucking sacrifice ourselves for a goddamn company who's gonna pay us like shit, treat us like shit. And again, we're doing essential work, but we ain't getting no kind of benefits out of it. And you're expected to do that your entire life until you fucking die. And it's like, my stepdad, he's getting ready to go into his fucking 60s. Like, he should be at the point where he's ready to retire, but we don't even have any fucking retirement money saved up. I mean, we did until well, that's another story. Ugh, that's another story too. Like, that one's really fucking ridiculous. But let me just go on and get into it real quick, because technically my mom did retire back in 2012, but instead of paying off the fucking house, she blew her whole retirements on a raggedy ass shed in the backyard. And if y'all seen a lot of my previous videos, y'all know what I'm fucking talking about, because it's the small ass building in the backyard that I'm always having my camera on when I'm making these videos back there. That's what she blew her money on. And yeah. And so my stepdad's still working, and he's still having to do fucking back-breaking labor going into his 60s. And it's fucking ridiculous. And it's like, we ain't got no money, none of that shit. I know I just kind of got off topic a bit. But it's like, well, technically it is my mom's fault for like just blowing her retirement money way back then. But, she actually wound up going back to work and quit for the last time within 2 years recently because of her seizure problems. But it's like, I don't know. And even then, when she retired, she only got like 30 fucking grand. And so that's another fucking thing. Like you don't get shit for when you retire. Like, and my sister just told me that retirement is something you have to invest in by yourself. And I'm thinking, like, why? Like, shouldn't a fucking company be taking care of you at that point for all the years that you've been giving them? Nope. You gotta invest in it yourself. Apparently. I'm like, that's bullshit. So we're told to fucking work 50, 60 years of our life. And I heard they trying to raise the retirement, the age for when you can retire now, which is bullshit. Because now you're told that, okay, you got to work for us until you die. And then we still not going to take care of you. We still going to pay you like shit. But you can do some stupid thing on fucking camera or just play sports, try to make it to National League. And now you a millionaire or a multi-billionaire or some shit. And you set for fucking life for kicking a goddamn ball up a field. Like, it doesn't fucking make any sense. And, like, this is why I say, I don't mean to be copying off of his video, but, he makes a lot of points, this YouTuber that I'm talking about. Like, how the hell is our society like this? And this is why I just can't stand being here, because of stuff like this. Like, like my fucking stepdad is at the goddamn doctor, and then he's still probably gonna be expected to go to work either later this day or or tomorrow, more than likely. I can guarantee you he's gonna be expected to go to work, if not today, tomorrow, after that doctor visit. Like, he ain't even have fucking time to properly heal. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? And we're told to think of this shit like it's normal. Like, oh, well, that's just how life is. That's just how society is. Yeah, yes, but it shouldn't be, Like, and I'm tired of people fucking trying to normalize this shit. Like, not having time to take care of yourself or heal properly is something that we should just have to put up with. Getting paid like shit for doing essential work and getting treated badly is something we should just have to deal with. And it's something that my older brother told me that, with all the abuse I was that was happening in my house, that my mom was doing. Well, technically her house, as she liked it. Really, it ain't fucking none of our houses because it's not even paid off. But, what he was saying with that shit, the crap that, she was doing with me, that, basically just learn to deal with it, because this is going to teach you how to deal with things on a job. And I'm like, wait, so what the fuck? So technically, I'm being prepped to get abused some more on a fucking corporate job. Like, and when you really think about it. That's what we're all being prepared for, from like when we go to fucking school to when we graduate to when we go to these job interviews. We're being prepared just to be fucking abused, just to be taken advantage of. Just think about that for a moment. And it doesn't fucking make any sense. That's what this life is all about. It's about just taking advantage of less fortunate people who weren't able to be born with any kind of status or with any kind of meaningful connections to where they don't have to deal with this bullshit. And this is the life that I'm told is a fucking gift, is something that's worth being here for. Like, what the fuck? And see, this is why I just don't be wanting to deal with people, because I've just realized just how crooked this whole world really is. Like, it ain't nothing that I can say that I've really enjoyed in this life outside of my copes. And I can say that with 100% confidence. Outside of my art, really, that's it. Like, I fucking hate being here. Like, really. And a lot of it is because of the shit that I just mentioned. Like, how the fuck is this life a necessity that you have to bring people here to enjoy going to fucking work and being used by a crooked ass boss who ain't gonna pay you any meaningful wage, and then you get hurt and they still expect you to fucking be at work the next goddamn day, to where you're not able to take care of yourself. Like, this is what the fuck I was brought here to experience? Like, what the fuck? Like, again, this just proves that this life isn't worth it. It's not even a necessity. It is not a necessity to bring people here, because what's valued in this life isn't even the fucking necessities like essential jobs. It's entertainment. It's people doing shit for clout. You know, look at Boogie 2988. Dude fucking made millions getting up on YouTube, monetizing, just literally talking about his morbid obesity and talking about video game content. And I say again, you know, it ain't nothing against entertainment because I enjoy it, but it's like, why we gotta prioritize? I mean, really, we should be prioritizing the essential stuff over that. But it's like, why can't we, like, you know, treat both of them like they're meaningful, because they all bring, you know, some kind of fulfillment to our lives. It's just that one is more of a necessity than the other. So it's like, how come we can't just balance it out? How come we can't just both treat it the same as the other and just have both of them where they play an equal role, where people's getting paid meaningful wages to actually do this kind of stuff? Why is there a huge disparity going on? And I just don't fucking get it. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to get on here to say today. So I'll be back to y'all with another one.